Remarkable speech, Kate. Give it up for one more time. Well, if you were to ask any of these IB students what their experience has given them, and if they're honest with you, which most of these people probably will be, you will most likely hear them say how they've learned to pull explanations from nowhere and how to properly procrastinate. And following the IB tradition, I must admit I wrote the speech at 5 o'clock today. When you ask them what they got from IB, some students will tell you that they saved a lot of time and money with college credit. Others might not. But for me, at least, I can say that IB has squared away my well-rounded education. It takes a minute. Imagine you are given the following assignment. Write a speech about your IB experience, worth 5 marks. It should take an indefinite amount of time and should have a conclusion about a topic that is as of yet undecided. A question like that is a very IB-esque question. It's like one I had during my English test the other day that said, write a commentary on one of the following poems, and it gave you 2 hours to do it. That's it. IB loves open-ended questions. That's I think what characterizes the IB program the most, is open-endedness. So, in response to this assignment, I could talk about how the teachers in IB are absolutely brilliant and engaging. I could talk about how the classes rigorously challenged me. I could even talk about the miles and miles of pages I've been forced to write and countless hand cramps, and I just have to add this to the list. But I will answer an open-ended question with an answer about open-endedness. It's IB's favorite kind of question, as we all know. To what extent? Discuss the relationship. Analyze the causes. There is no right answer. Aha, but wait, I am a mathematician. There is a right, there is a wrong. I'm right and I can prove it. But IB doesn't even care about the answer in math. It's only worth 1 mark out of the entire problem. IB cares about how you get your answer, which is, of course, left for the student to decide. And let's face it, we've all fought what seemed to be like a fatal battle with time and stress overload, and you have indeed survived. You will never again need to know who started the second phase of the French Revolution. As much as they don't want to admit it, your employer couldn't care less if you can explain why alliteration makes an excellent choice for poetic syntax. And I promise you, you will be able to live a perfectly happy life without ever again seeing that elongated S that calls itself an integral. So the one question that comes into everyone's head is, what was the point? That's what all of our peers ask us, that's what our teachers. Well, what was the point? Why did you spend all this time doing all this hard work? Why am I jeopardizing my GPA? Hopefully, as Mr. Madlin talked about in his introduction of me, the IB program has given you something priceless and intangible, the ability to think critically. They have forced you to question and defend everything you know, everything you think you know. Most of the regular curriculum simply prescribes a series of steps. This is what to do, this is how to do it, now try it 100 times in a row. IB tries to let you discover how to solve your own problems and to use teachers as simply resources to further your own education. Public education will take away points for a wrong answer, -1, -5, -20. IB, on the other hand, tries to give you points, 1 mark, 3 marks, 5 marks. And IB doesn't need bubble sheets to create a standardized education. Now, think about the world you are all about to head into. You cannot live without at least 5 different microprocessors controlling your life. Your phone /MP3 player /camera /task manager /Game Boy /internet browser /GPS thingy is with you at all times. Millions of people are constantly in touch with one another through Facebook, Twitter, or text messaging. Language barriers are being broken down with computerized translators. Big businesses have expanded internationally. The internet intricately links almost every computer in the world with every other. The world you're heading into is connected. Americans, and men especially, love to compartmentalize and separate one thing from another. This is algebra 1, this is geometry, this is algebra 2, this is math, this is art, don't try to intermix the two. IB, on the other hand, if you've seen its hexagon of curriculums, challenges its students deliberately to find connections through all the subjects with its theory of knowledge course. You can't have math without science in our world. I mean, it's science without math is pointless. You can't have history without English. And you, as students, can't be who you are without your family and without the teachers that helped you to be there. And the more open-ended you are, the more you can understand how connected your world is. In its various forms, baccalaureate essentially means a degree, or someone has a degree. The definition, I tried to actually look up the definition, and it really made no sense. Because they call it the International Baccalaureate. And what I gathered from that is you are now the International Baccalaureate. You are the ones going out into the world today. So let me conclude a little bit with the IB mission statement taken from the website. What was IB trying to do with all of this hard work nonsense? The International Baccalaureate aims to develop inquiring, knowledgeable, and caring young people who help to create a better and more peaceful world through intercultural understanding and respect. To this end, the organization works with schools, governments, and international organizations to develop challenging programs of international education and rigorous assessment. These programs encourage students across the world to become active, compassionate, and lifelong learners who understand that other people, with their differences, can also be right. This is what I hope to see in each of you. Accept nothing at face value. Question and analyze everything. Always be open-minded so that you can immerse yourself in the richness of the world, yet stay true to who you are. All of your hard work has enabled you to think for yourself, a skill that history tells us can change